It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading, and today's the day. I'm going to start on the challenge from the Heberts. The challenge was to finish up some jobs that we've been procrastinating on. Jobs that we just didn't find interesting and we stopped working on it, or we're just plain too busy. So my job today is the chicken coop. All my jobs are basically around my chicken coop. But the job today I'm going to work on is basically my chicken run that I haven't finished. So I'm going to go and I'm going to weed eat all the brush around it because it all grew up because I haven't worked on it probably for 2 years now. So we're going to clean up the brush so we can walk around the chicken run, and we're going to get started at this thing. So let's go. Okay, so where did I leave off? Yes, I was going to actually cut the ends of these rafters off and then try to finish that up. I'm going to go with the chainsaw, we're going to nip them off and start on the roof. You got to remember, all good quality building projects, you need a chainsaw. Anyways. Okay, so we're going to go around with a staple gun, and I'm going to staple the chicken wire up on the frame. I'm going to use just normal carpentry staples, and after that I'm going to go around and then finish off all the either the strips that hold the chicken wire on, or the bigger pieces that close in the holes and sandwich the chicken wire to the frame. I'm going to have a piece of wood surrounding every corner of the chicken wire. I don't want to leave edges where raccoons can pry on it and dig its way in. I want them to have to work for it. Okay, so I'm going to start stapling this. Okay, so this is where the door is going to be. I've got the chicken wire all quickly stapled up. I've got it all on, all the way around. And because I have to tie it into this existing wall, I'm just going to make a little wall of barn board out to here. So I'll just put a few braces. I think it'll be easier to try to straighten it up with barn board and just have my chicken wire end here. It's not too bad. Okay, so now I'm going to put my pine board on the end of the trusses. So none of these trusses are really probably that level, just the way it's been cut, so don't look too closely. I'm going to finish nailing the rest of the way back. Okay, so we're on the coop roof. I've got my plywood edge, which I think I'm going to put strips of tin, but one thing about plywood, it's actually pretty secure. There's no gaps, no nothing. So I'm going to screw this all down. I'm going to screw this all down, and that should make it a lot sturdier side-to-side motion. This is day 2 of the getting things done that you've been holding off doing challenge with the Heberts, and I'm kind of afraid. I think I got a lot more work than time I have to do it, so better start at it. There's not much on this thing that's straight, so I'm going to measure. That's 22 3/8. That's 22 3/8. But the issue is, this whole frame's like this. So instead of fighting it, I am just going to keep the door on a little bit of an angle, I think. I don't think the chickens will mind. Oh no. This is, I cut it too long. Let's see if the third try works. Okay, that's gonna be good. I need some flat boards to brace my door, and I think this will work perfect. I need one board across the bottom, which is 2 feet. 2 feet. Wow, that angle is correct. Okay, you flip the door over, and then you go along. What you do is give it a knock over, and then down. Okay, so now that I got the door made, I'm going to have to put a board in the top, board in the bottom to have a nice sill. And then we're going to have to put hinges on this thing. Frames are all in. I'm going to have to get some straps to tie in around the chicken wire. Okay, I got these 2.5-inch clasps. The only problem with them, I'm sure a raccoon can figure out how to get these suckers open. They are going to be closed in the coop during the nighttime, so I don't think there'll be much of a problem. But if it ever looks like there is a problem, I'll just wire them down or something. I'm going to try to get it that they're pretty tight to put on. So hopefully that is going to make it a little harder for the raccoons to pry them open. But those things are pretty resourceful, I have to say. It really is kind of amazing. Probably if you could see them trying to get into garbage cans and trying to get into all kinds of stuff. They are pretty resourceful when they have to be. Okay, that's actually pretty tight. I don't think they're going to get that open. Now I'll put one at the top, one at the bottom. That's pretty solid. Yeah, I'm definitely going to wire that one down. But it's that's pretty sturdy. And it's not easy to get that off. Okay. It is an extraordinarily hot day out today. Thank goodness the clouds came, the sun is blocked. My shirt is soaked, I am drenched. And you know what? Thank goodness I have a little bit of a challenge with homesteading with the Heberts, because if I didn't, I probably would have talked myself out of this. But do you know what keeps me going? Because I said that I was going to finish up some of these jobs, and we challenged each other. So it kind of is a win. It is working, though, I have to say. I've been a little more motivated just to complete this project. what I did was, this is old crating, and I don't know, my table saw wasn't working good. I think the blade's dull. So instead of cutting it, I just decided to nail the suckers on as they are. I had enough of them, so I should have enough to finish the whole job. It's kind of important, you know, for people to challenge each other. Because people tend to rise to the occasion most times. Because everyone's a little bit competitive, you know. This isn't a competition, so it's not like someone's going to win, but it keeps you motivated and keeps you going. I got these nails at a garage sale, and they are really cheap nails. They bend over easy, they're not very good, but they didn't cost, I think they cost me like $3 for a whole box of them, like a big box. But you know what? If you're careful with them and you get them in, they're not going to rust very easily. They galvanize, so it's just getting them in there. Oh my word, it's hot. You know what? It's been hot all summer. We've had a few weeks of a little bit cooler, but the hot is back. You know what? In a few short months, we're going to have cold and maybe even snow, so I'm going to enjoy it while I can. So here, I'll show you where I'm at with the chicken run. So there you go. I got the door in. I got all my moldings on the edge that kind of sandwich the chicken wire. I mean, I could have cut them narrower, but man, I don't know, my blade is so dull and my table saw it wasn't working good, so I went, who cares? And I had enough of them, so I just nailed them on. I still have to put some pieces on here and on the edge of here, and then that is done. This is where the real work is. Okay, so this side I kind of started. Okay, so I don't know what I was thinking when I started this job, but I originally nailed this in farther than here. So the board, you can't nail the board to it. It'll be on a big angle. So I'm going to try to knock this over so I can actually nail it in the right place. Okay, guys. Did that go over any? Oh my word. That is nice. Cheap homesteading style. You know, if any carpenter saw my work, I'm a get her done kind of person. And that means get it done, even if it looks good or not, I guess. But, okay, so I'm going to throw in a few more nails. Okay, that's pretty sturdy. Okay, see where my problem is? I have a big gap here, nothing there. So I put this board in, and I put a shim in there. I'm sure people are going, why in the world didn't you do it this way? Well, I'm a shade tree carpenter. You know what? The chickens don't really care. It's not going to fall down, I can guarantee that, but it may not look the prettiest. Gonna throw in a couple more nails here. Just keep throwing nails in there. That is really quite sturdy. Now I'm gonna start throwing boards in. Oh, that's real nice. Big hole. There she be. Okay. Oh, I keep missing it. Okay, so that white on the board is whitewash. It's mainly lime, I believe. And I thought if I put it to the outside, the rain will wash it off pretty quick. If I put it to the inside, it'll probably stay like that forever. So I thought it's probably better. Okay, so I gotta put one more board here. In the garage this morning, I prefabricated a sliding door. I made a dado in here, very simple 2x4s. So I'm going to nail this to the wall first. I'm going to just put 4 nails in the frame for now, and then I'm going to come back with a bunch of screws and screw it in later. Okay. Big shingle. They must have sold this stuff back in the day, because my grandfather used to put this on everything. Kind of amazing, really. Okay, so I gotta go up a little bit further. Okay, so now I have to cut through here, and you know, I do have a demolition saw, you know, those contractor saws. But I forgot to get any blades, and you know what? I am finishing this thing today, so I'm using the chainsaw. That's what I'm using. I wonder what the chickens are going to think of this. So now I have to nail these boards down to the frame that's in the inside. Hey, buddy. These nails are actually driving me nuts. It's amazing the inconvenience I'll put up with when I pretty well get nails for free. Free is free. Oh, just doesn't go to the end. Look at that, they're all bent over. Oh well. I think he's very interested in the new small little door. Here is the chicken ladder. There's the hole I cut in the side of my coop. And the roof's on. The mesh is all sealed up nice. There's only one little hole there I'm going to cover up. It's all closed in real nice. So they can come in here now. We're going to check in here. If we go over here, it's a sliding door, and I didn't want to spend any money, so I just made a sliding door and a little wooden latch, and the door closes. I think this thing is going to help airflow in here. I can just feel the air blow through. Here's the chicken run. It is officially off the list. I got the tin on, the chicken wire, the little straps, and it was a hot day. Oh. The other side, I got it all closed in. That isn't the prettiest edge. I'm not short, that's always how it goes. But there you go. So I would say that the chicken run is off the list. It is finished. You guys have a good one.